Oh, hello, and welcome to Al Dente Rigamortis. I'm Review Cultist.
And I'm Dr. Leviathan.
And I'm Mikey. The E stands for evil.
And we're here to discuss those internet stories, most creepy and most pasta. Tonight we have...
I'm just here for the coffee.
Yeah. Nana825763. The creepypasta, not the YouTube channel. So for those of you not in the know, creepypastas are scary internet stories that get copied and pasted across the internet. And then we have this creepypasta. We went to some of us went to Gen Con, and we got to talk to the folks at The Drunk and the Ugly, and we have a recording for that, and we'll probably do that either next episode or something like that. You'll get that audio.
It's last episode.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Why is he explaining this? It's so unnecessary.
Oh, no. So it's our usual show. Skits. But yeah, so we decided, when I talked to Matt from Drunk and the Ugly, he told me there was a creepypasta about this, and I was like, hey, I can I can get this onto the show, and we'll do that before we do the videos. Because what does it matter? The written... Anyways, whatever. So yeah, we're doing the creepypasta Nana numbers. Not a whole lot, really, about this one. We'll do the rundown. It starts off, this guy is essentially transcribing what he watched on the YouTube channel of Nana, which is like a couple of the videos, Doll, which is Nana's first one, and then Nun, which they're just like, they start off kind of cutesy and then they become creepy, and he transcribes those, and then he goes into the one that really matters, which is username 666, which is the most popular of Nana's videos, and that one is essentially just go look up username 666. It's better than reading the transcript that he provides. But it's essentially like a found footage video thing where like guy tries to get to this YouTube channel, does it like refreshes multiple times, gets in, can't get out, and then something creepy happens at the end. And he was like freaked out about it and stuff, and he decided to email Nana about the whole thing, and got some emails after a couple of months back.
Well, first he noticed a correlation between the the taking down of 666 and the beginning of Nana.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he decided, then he was like, rah, 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 and someone was like, oh, this is his email.
So how don't you go email him about it? And he's like, hi, Nana, blah, blah. I'm anonymous, and I was just like, I'm planning on doing a thing, like a review on your show about your video and stuff like that. And could you give me some information and stuff? And then he got a message back about like 4 months later, and it just saying, it's like, hey, don't worry, I'm not the devil, but I'm not human either, and I really want you to stop doing your review thing, and you should just stop, and or I'll come and find you and kill you. And he then sent another reply. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that, and blah, blah, blah. And then he gets another message back. It's like, I'm coming for you. It's like, it's too late. And then the end of the story is pretty much he's typing this as he's getting emails from Nana saying that he's like getting closer and closer to his house, and he like is describing things within the house. So which begs the difference, is Nana like texting him like detail or sending him emails through his phone or whatever he has for some kind of means of communication? And so we end with this like with our narrator, who we never get because he's anonymous, in the closet of his basement, as his basement's getting ripped apart by Nana, this horrible entity, and is like, it's like, if I don't make it, guys, it's like, I know that this is out here, and then I click, and then
he's more like, it's less that if I don't make it out of this, it's more like, I'm not gonna make it out of this.
Yeah.
Don't do what I did.
Yeah.
It's the bad news.
Yeah. Also, it's like I'm in this closet, but I brought a gun, a knife, and a cement block. It's like, all right, so you have a projectile, a slashing weapon, and a bludgeoning weapon. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why anyone would carry a vent block
into your closet to defend yourself. Yeah.
I guess you could stand there holding the cinder block, because I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah.
And just waiting for the door to open. Then when it does, slam! Sneak attack, bitch.
Yeah.
But
you have a gun.
Yeah, you have a gun. And you have a knife. Like, these are just...
It's just overkill. Well, like, is there a second person? There's no, like, second person there.
Yeah, you don't need to bring that many weapons. Like, honestly, you put the knife on your belt or in your pocket, and, you open up with the gun and see how it goes from there. I mean,
hey, the
cinder block is just... I don't know, maybe it gives you something to sit on?
Yeah, maybe. That works. Maybe that's what he had the cinder block for, really. He's just sitting there, tapping on his computer, on his laptop, and then, like, as he was finishing off the story before the monster came through the closet door and ate him, or whatever it does. And then, that's where the story ends. So...
well, it kind of has to end there. If it had ended further down,
like an update. It's like, I made it, guys. I defeated Nana. Everything's a-okay. Or I'm Nana. I'm coming for the rest of you.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been either it would have taken the fear. Well, I use the term kind of loosely here. The fear out of the story, or it would have made things silly.
Yes,
and.
Kind of like, we did one that you really did not like and just didn't even want to even be bothered with. But it was like the same thing, like the creature was coming through the door and stuff like that, and then it responded. Like, I can't remember it was with the Herobrine one. Look, go back to that episode.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Yeah, that was like I think that was within like at least the teens, 20s of our videos or of our audio or podcasts. But anyway, so I really don't have a whole lot nice to say about this one. Shock and awe, I know, it's the cultist. I just like it's a three-act piece. The first part is him giving us transcripts of videos that exist that we could go watch and they'd be better.
Saying it's 3 acts implies that it is a solid narrative. That it's not an actual story.
But I mean, like, I'm just using that as for the descriptor.
It's divided into 3 parts.
Okay, fine. That's better. Yeah, that's more appropriate, I guess.
Yeah.
So the first part, it's transcripts. Second part, honestly, to me, it's like when I was reading it. It's this conspiracy stuff, like him connecting the dots, and like it's like, oh well, I think like, and like the thing you said, like where the dates meet up and stuff like that. It honestly sounded like the way he writes it. It sounded like he just smoked a bowl and just started coming up with conspiracy theories, and was just
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's his logic is literally this rock keeps rabid wolverines away. My logic is the rock is here. And no rabid wolverines are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, it's grasping at straws.
Well, it's not grasping at straws. It's making leaps in logic.
Yeah.
There's a very... Grasping at straws means you're desperate for an answer. Making a leap in logic is just, derp, this is the answer.
Yeah, just blatantly
there's no desperation, just fucking foolishness.
Yeah. Yeah. It spends way too much time on this conspiracy that he's come up with, and like trying to figure, like he asks so many, like there's a whole section where like a whole paragraph where it's just questions he's asking the audience. Like I felt like I was reading a comment on some conspiracy website or some forum. And then the third final part is literally the cliche trope of I'm typing my story as the monster is breaking through the door. I'm not going to make it. Hopefully this story survives. Like it worked for Lovecraft and Dagon because that was one of the earliest versions of it, or one of them anyway. But it's been so overused, and it's been parodied in several things. So
well, and it's been in so many, like it's been in a few creepypastas, and it's so.
Again, it's that same. It follows the found footage trope, like the last commentation, but you're writing. It's a written form, so it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, it's trying to add that hint of realism or whatever, and it's like, dude, you're writing a story. you don't have to, cheap out and write it as found footage.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not cheaper to write that way.
Yeah, you don't have to write it like you don't have to write in the first person like this is actually happening to you all the time. This could have been written in a much better format, or just not written at all.
Well, yeah, this
like I hate to say that because I'm not usually the guy on the show that says that, and I don't really encourage that. But yeah, this one really did not need to be written. Like the creepypasta of this whole premise is a video format on YouTube. You can go check that out and get creeped out, or like at least watch some interesting videos of art.
Exactly. At least a third of this, roughly a third of this creepypasta is transcription of
actual
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, it's honestly just playing on basically the popularity of 2 YouTube channels and what I assume the previous creepypasta.
Well, yeah, there's debate of whether or not what came first, but yeah, like I actually I actually went ahead and read.
Here's the thing: it doesn't matter. Like I said,
yeah,
it doesn't matter what comes first.
Yeah.
It matters that they all came before this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and they all did.
Yeah, and I actually did look up username 666 on creepypasta.wiki, and it actually says like this is based off of a video creepypasta video, and then here's the story, and it just again transcribes what happens in that, except it's done like somebody stumbled upon it and was like watching and then transcribing what happened, and then like nothing scary happens because it doesn't translate well. The fear of the unnervingness and the creepiness of the video doesn't transcribe nearly as well in written form, because you can just go watch it. It's 4 minutes long max.
Well, and that's what they're counting on that you should do, but at the same time, if I want to read creepypasta, I've made this argument before. If I'm sitting down and I'm searching out creepypasta, which I don't do because you make me read plenty without me going out and doing this to myself.
Yes.
But if I were to, I want to sit down and I want to read stories. I don't want to click links, watch videos, see pictures.
You want to read.
I want to read the goddamn story. If I want to watch videos, I will look up videos.
Yeah.
If I want to look for awesome images, I will look for awesome images. It's, you don't crack a book hoping to
have a link to go
that there's a play in there.
Of course you're
unless you're reading a play. But I'm talking about people on stage and shit.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, like you don't go on like it's like you don't like crack open a novel and then like halfway through it's like go to this link.
Oh shit, yeah.
Or a link here.
Or you crack open a novel and turns out it's actually a comic book and you're like, fuck yeah, this isn't what I wanted, but some reason I'm super happy. No, you're pissed.
Yeah.
I want to read Lord of the Flies or fucking whatever. But
I think
now I'm reading fucking One More Day. Fucking One More Day.
That's One More Day.
We don't need to get into that,
right? And like, there's one exception to that, and it's usually like movie novelizations where they like have like in the middle.
Yeah,
there's
but that's different. It's a novelization, and they have
pages of like photos from the movie or screenshots.
Yeah, it still is from the movie.
Yeah. But, like, that's because it was based off of something previous, like, not creative. Like
that's because it's also almost promotional material for the movie.
Yeah.
Like, or at least that release of the novel is. But, yeah,
this is kind of trying to do it, but, like, again, it's not working.
Well, exactly, because, like I said, I didn't go look up any videos. And this one really not chat my ass, but it's like, oh, I have to go fucking search this shit on my own? You can't even bother to put a link in it?
Yeah.
Hell, if a video really is going to be super important to your story, and I mean, like, I'm sure there are some creepypastas where it is super important, and hell, where if I was reading the pasta, I'd probably fucking click the link. But, I mean,
it doesn't even try, it just gives you a transcript.
and it tells you that you can look it up, but it doesn't give you a link. It's like, dude, these videos are super important to your fucking narrative.
Yeah. You're basing your entire pasta on a video. Like, on this channel.
Yeah.
Like, at least leave us a link up to the channel or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's just... And I mean, how long does it take to fucking post a link into something? Not much time. Seconds.
Yeah.
If that.
You copy it off that and paste it. It comes hyperlinked already, so...
Yeah. It's... it's absolute nonsense that there are no links in here. I mean, again, not that I would have clicked on them anyway.
But at least there's the option for the person that will.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it's just bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't really see a whole lot. Trying to think. Oh, Mikey, do you have anything while I try and think of...
Alright, so the videos in themselves, if you watch them, are creepy on their own.
Yeah.
And I really didn't need a one-paragraph synopsis of each one.
Yeah.
When they're poorly written, and in one case that I looked up, completely wrong.
Which one was that? I'm curious.
The video entitled None. He says, as the video goes on, it shows spiders on the hand every time it touches the screen. When you watch the video, there are no spiders. It's just ants.
Yeah.
So
he's misunderstanding, or he's misconceiving what the insect is. Wow. Or what the creature. Yeah. Wow.
It's because the ants have antennas, and he's like, oh, well, that's 8 legs.
Oh.
Yeah, but they have 3 parts of their body.
Yeah,
as opposed to 2.
The silhouette of an ant and a spider are very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm
Also-
no entomologist, but I know the difference at a glance between an arachnid and an insect.
Also, I gotta say...
It's too fucking easy to make that distinction. It's literally 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I know which one it is, depending on how high I count.
Also, this author, despite writing a story about Nana825763, is obviously not even like a fan, like not like really a like even like never actually watched any of the full video, like the whole thing, because Nana's channel has his longest running thing is his ant farm. Is like chronicling his 10-year ant farm. Like, this guy just has like an artistic video documentary kind of style videos of his ant queen building her colony and stuff. So the guy's got like an ant.
Okay, well at least now I know where the ants came from.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Actually, that sounds kind of cool. I might actually check that out. I like ants. They're pretty. He bought
an ant queen apparently like 10 years ago and just had her build her colony and has been documenting it and like. Adds creepiness to it sometimes just like for flavor and splash.
Because it's not hard when you're videoing ants.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, Matt told me about that one and I was like, oh man, we should maybe do that for sure. And he's like, no, it's really just a documentary. Like there's some like creepiness added into it, like afterward, obviously. But that's really just for artistic flavor. Like the guy's like Piero Pito, I hope that's the right name. Where's that book? I just want to make sure I get that right, because totally don't even have it on my fucking book. Okay, yeah. The actual artist of the video YouTube channel is a conceptual surrealist video artist. So like a lot of his stuff is like art with some kind of a narrative, in the case of Username 666. But otherwise, they're just pieces of art to look at and stuff. So yeah, like getting that wrong is just like you don't even know the material you're trying to make creepy because you misidentified a spider with an ant, or an ant with a spider. Yeah, that's my 4th strike against them right now. Because yeah, I've had 3 strikes so far. The first one was transcribing videos and doing it poorly because you like there's no creativity to the description, like or no like he keeps using then at the beginning of each sentence at least a dozen times in a row, and it was really annoying.
No, it's not a dozen times in a row, but it's interspersed. But yes, it is quite frequent, and it's far more frequent than it should be.
Yes, it was really kind of like making it boring, like hard to read, because it was like and then. Yeah. And then, so that was strike 1 for me. Second strike was the middle section where it's, again, it just felt like he just posted, like, added in his comment, like, a comment he put on on the YouTube channel itself. Like, he left a comment, like, what if this is all connected, and what if he's really just a demon or creature, and stuff like that. And so I got some email, like, it's like, you just smoked a bowl and just did that. Like, it seemed so, like, kind of erratic and, like, out of there, and out of place. And then the third strike was the end, where it was using the stereotypical trope of, I'm writing this down, hopefully somebody finds it.
I hope this saves your life, because my life is forfeit.
Yeah, like, maybe he died while he was writing it. It's like that Monty Python sketch. So it's like, it doesn't add anything scary to it. It kind of comes off goofy. The whole story kind of just comes off like a goofy story, like that he's trying too hard to make a creepypasta based around this video when the video does a natural job.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: it's like he's trying to get his creepypasta basically publicity.
Yeah,
because if you're on creepypasta.wiki or whatever, then you're going and you like, oh, I wonder if there's anything else about that, and you're like, username 666 or fucking
you Google it,
gay ass stupid shit, because that's basically what this is. Sorry to use that derogatorily. but
yeah, like, this is like the fourth Google thing when you Google up Nana the number, because I'm sorry,
it's just
the number's annoying. It comes up about 4th or 5th on Google search as on creepypasta.wiki, and same thing with username 666. You click that up, you get a couple of YouTube links, and then you get the creepypasta link, and it's just publicity.
Well, it's trying to work off of the fame of something else.
Yeah.
Or more accurately, the effort that someone else put into something completely unrelated. And it's just, I mean,
there's a
that immediately, that is where my first strike comes from for this, because it's like you don't have an original thought in your head, do you?
Yeah.
And you can tell that that's the case because
he's just
first off, he's using the fucking videos. Secondly, there's a monster, but we never get a lick of description or even not even of what it looks like, but of where it comes from, of anything.
He doesn't even.
It's all just vagary, and it's just so uninvested. It's
like, I'm not a demon or I'm not the devil, but I'm not human either. Then what the fuck are you? We need a description. He's like, I'm too afraid to open the door and see what it is. No, you open that door and you see what it is so we can describe it. We need something. It's tearing up your basement. That's all we get. It's large enough to tear up your basement, or maybe not even large. It's able to tear up your basement.
Yeah, it could be the size of a fucking cute, adorable little kitten. And it can still tear up the basement. It's just going to take longer. This guy obviously didn't know that this guy's Japanese. The original creator's Japanese. Yeah. That he's a guy, because a lot of people actually have that problem with because of the Nana aspect of it. But yeah, it's just like, oh,
yeah.
Need a description of the monster. Otherwise, it's just. Well, it's there's nothing it's kind of again the same problem that some people have with unspeakable things like in Lovecraft, but they're described.
Well, yeah, at least indescribable is a description.
Hell,
but I mean, even an indescribable horror, it has a color, yes.
Yeah.
Does it have limbs? I mean, there's. It's just fucking.
It's a cop out. There's also actually the other thing I want to touch on because you were saying
again, it's not. To me, it's not even that it's a cop out. It's just
lazy.
Someone who can't fucking it's unimaginative.
Yeah,
someone who can't imagine something unique, something with maybe even just one original element.
And at that point,
they're I'm going to write a story.
Yeah,
it's with what? Your. Oh, okay, I get it. You are actually going to write a story with your unimaginative mind. Okay, let's see how that turns out. Guess what? Spoiler alert, shit.
Yeah. Also, to bring up something that you said earlier, regarding unoriginality by boring off of something. Yeah, there's a fine line between trying to expand on a fandom that, using a fandom to expand on something, and just straight up leeching off of the fame of something.
Yes.
The Asylum film company, they leech off of big hits by making shittier versions of those movies all the time. But if you but like there are certain fandoms that actually expand on the original content, like the expanded universe, for example.
Yeah.
So, but there's a definite fine line between that, and this one definitely falls on the leeching off of.
Oh, this
like,
is nowhere near the line.
Yeah, even if there was maybe an intention originally to like try and expand on the mythos of Nana's stuff, which was not necessary, really.
Well, and here's the thing: they obviously missed the mark
Yeah.
so far because
it's so blatantly that it's just like this is just cash grab, or not even a cash grab, but like a leeching off of the fame of an actual story or of an actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's bad.
Yeah,
it's like what My Name of Bruce would have been if it hadn't have been starring Bruce Campbell.
yeah. Oh God, yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah, if it didn't have the meta commentary of Bruce being Bruce, and
the fact that this is
self-parody.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if it hadn't have been starring Bruce Campbell,
but like a lookalike,
it would have.
Yeah.
Well, let me finish.
I'm sorry.
If it hadn't have been starring Bruce Campbell, it obviously would have been like, oh, this guy has a huge fan base who will go to see anything that his name's attached to. Let's put his name in the title. Bam! That's what we've got here.
Yeah, that's really it, yeah.
Because, Nana 28 blah blah number digit has a fan base. They'll read anything that the name's attached to. Let's put it in the let's fucking make it the title.
And then have it be horrible, lazy, unimaginative trope. Anything else, Mikey?
Going back to the leaps and bounds in logic.
Yes.
At one point in the story, the author makes 5 bullet points about, I don't know if they're connected, but here's what I know. And it throws the whole thing into question, like, how do you know this stuff? Like, for instance, this channel was made about the same time 666 was made. There's no evidence that points to 666 being made at the same time.
Yeah, it's just that's when the video has that like posting thing. That's it. Yeah.
Well, that, and I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be that it was made around the same time 666 was shut down.
Yeah.
Because that would have actually been, I get it. They shut him down on this one, so we made this one.
Yeah. And
it makes sense.
Yeah, actually, there's...
That would have, but he made 2 at the exact same time.
Yeah.
You fucking retarded.
As a passcode. Yeah. Yeah, no, obviously, because it does mention, he's just traveling across. Is this like a virus or something? It's like, no, it's just...
Yeah. And then his first video, Doll, didn't start getting lots of hit views until the middle of 2008, so he could probably have easily hid this since people were more focused on 666, the popular account. And just looking at what I found out about 666 is that I watched the video user 666 debunked.
Yeah.
At which point he uses the Wayback Machine to see the earliest recorded instance of that username 666 page.
Yeah.
And the earliest recorded is mid-2009. And the user's been deactivated or whatever.
Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description below for username 666 debunked, because that seems like an interesting video to watch.
Yeah.
Discussing this whole thing.
And it's just like, well, I can't prove you wrong that this didn't happen in 2008, but there's still no evidence that that was still around.
A lack of evidence is not proof.
Yeah.
The fact that I have no evidence to say you're wrong does not mean you're right. Mm-hmm. Because you're supposed to be in this instance, he's supposed to be proving that he's right.
Yeah. And then he uses
and this is shit that he knows.
Yeah.
You know what? People used to know the Earth was flat. They also used to know it was the center of the universe.
Yep.
People used to know a lot of shit.
Yeah. People used to know.
People used to know that God. People still know that there is an almighty God.
It's a little touchy, but
science has
also creationists really want to get onto it. Just say it.
Yeah, those are the same people.
Yeah. Fair enough. Back to
And the last one, which seems like a total cop-out, is like, look up this one, because this one has actual proof that there's stuff, and none of the other ones have any weight to them. Because, like, if you don't think Nana number is a real account, then you can look it up. That's not really proof that User 66 existed.
You're just kind of advertising, hey, Nana.
And I was thinking about it, it's like, the Lord of the Rings is real. If you don't believe me, look it up. And then you'll understand that elves existed.
Right?
Yeah, they did.
I mean, if you don't believe that, look up The Long Road by J.R.R. Tolkien. It was the lost story that he wrote that linked the present to the past and linked Middle Earth to the real world. Actually, legit, that's actually an unfinished story that he wrote where it was time travel. But anyway, it's pretty paper thin, like logic
and
there.
Nothing to really back up his knowledge.
Yeah. Don't believe me? Look it up. Like, that's really all he's saying. Like,
yeah. Oh, you think I'm lying? Google it.
You think I'm lying about this one thing? Look it up. But everything else, don't bother looking.
Don't look it up. Don't.
But don't look up this stuff, because that's not important.
Yeah. And another thing that sort of review cultists pointed out is that the YouTube user isn't English.
No, he's Japanese.
He's Japanese. So English is not their main language.
Yeah, so his
emails.
Yes,
the emails are a lot better. There's no broken English. And I'll give you an example straight from the YouTube About section for this user is, sorry, I'm late for reply email. I receive many email, so I can't reply soon. If it's urgent, please send me DM mail at Twitter. I will replay faster than email.
Yeah, so it's pretty broken up. Obviously translated, maybe at best translated.
Google Translate.
Yeah,
I fucking love you.
Yeah.
So
you make everything sound weird.
So, knowing that, and then going and reading this, the emails
flow way too well. And
thinking about the prose doesn't really change.
Yeah.
So it's still the same person.
Yeah, he's just writing it the same. Yeah. Yeah, there's no... Yeah, exactly. It's
dude,
obviously...
Man, are you even surprised by that shit?
No.
No,
but it lends itself to the fact that he could very well be talking to himself.
Don't try and jump down the mouse hole.
Mikey, we've had this before.
Don't try and make this good. It can't work.
Are you seriously going to go oh, he's got a psychosis? It's not aliens, guys.
It's fucking Fight Club, dude.
Yeah. That's actually him destroying the apartment at the end.
God damn it, Mikey. E stands for evil.
See, now that is grasping at straws.
Yes. Just bring it right back around.
Oh my god, and that's why he did that. He didn't do it to...
It's all come together. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Is there any more to this, or is there...
No.
That was just...
I throw that out there.
To try and,
lighten the mood. Which he did.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I don't know if I enjoyed it, but it happened.
Yeah. I guess one other thing I will bring about this story is that, it did bring in a lot of comments for this one. And unfortunately, it's kind of... They're almost as nonsensical as the story is. Half of them are attacking the story and the writer, who's anonymous. There's actually no, it's just an anonymous user.
Would you fucking put your name on this pile of dog shit?
No, not at all.
Neither would I.
And,
I'm a fame hound.
And, he, they're just like, oh well, this is obviously a lie, and you shouldn't have this. You shouldn't have written this creepypasta to demonize an artist on YouTube. How dare you, sir? Like slander, I hate like white knighting all over the place for Nana. But like just in the wrong like place, like yeah, of course it's a fucking lie. It's a creepypasta. They're not true. It's fiction.
Well,
like on that side, I'm actually on the side of the writer because he's obviously writing.
No, you're not on the side of the writer.
Too strong, too far. Okay.
Well, because that implies that comment has a side to be on.
Yeah,
it's like.
No.
Like you're really just on the side of rational thinking.
Exactly. Like at best, the writer
and you want to slap them and say, "No shit."
Yeah. Like at best, the writer of the story, if you can call it that, is just writing as a character, and like it's just made a fictionalized version of Nana, essentially, to make it look again to try and expand the mythos while also kind of leeching off of something that's popular. The other half of this stuff is there's literally, for an example, there's literally somebody on there that's like, all right, cool, a story involving Nana. Time to open up turn on my account and do my review. I thought it was very well done, and I loved the grammar, and I really enjoyed the story. And here are some jot points of what I really liked about it, and nothing that I really didn't like. There's nothing really wrong with the story. Bullshit! Holy shit! Like, and that's.
I believe our good friend the cultist has fallen prey to that eerie predator known as the internet troll.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I was like, I think there's so many of those comments. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm just like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong, and I hate you. Why would you you've got to be kidding, right? Right?
No, they're incredibly serious. In fact, I was one of them, and I was incredibly serious.
I hate you, Chad. Anyway, yeah, like, the comments are just as nonsensical as the story. Do you guys have anything else to say about it? I personally would recommend it.
Yeah. 10 stars out of 2.
Yep. A Google Plexus out of 10.
11 thumbs up.
Why 11? Because I like to go one step.
11-1.
11-1? Because I like to go one step beyond.
No, I like to go 110, 111, 101 steps beyond. There we go.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, simple math escapes me today.
Mikey, I assume you'll also be recommending this one?
I'm recommending the videos.
Yeah. Okay. In all seriousness, I would not recommend this at all. Go watch the videos, because as you'll find out in the Gen Con review discussion we had with the Drunk and the Ugly folks, they're not totally 100% creepy or anything like that, but they've got something in them, and they're really just fun to watch, because they're, as an animation, they're really interesting. So at least there's that. Definitely go watch the videos of Username 666. Anything really on his channel. I kind of want to now watch the documentary video series that he's doing with his ant colony. But I cannot, in good conscience, recommend this creepypasta at all.
No, there is no saving grace in this story at all. There is no redeeming factor. Mm-hmm. There's just nothing.
And the fact that we've probably spent
there's nothing
more than half an hour on this.
Nothing not bad about this story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's trope riddled. The reading was a bit of a slow. I was skimming through it. I
don't even know where in this story there are tropes.
It's all tropes.
Well, it's not tropes though, because that implies that there's a narrative.
That's true. Yeah, it's less than a plot than it is just a series of statements.
Yeah, it's just
this happened.
It's synopsis of a couple of YouTube videos. It's
more or less not so much.
What call it? Mindless speculation.
It's less narrative tropes as it is writing tropes. I mean, the then, the
that's
transcribing.
Not trope, that's bad writing.
Okay, the transcribing of video, the end where the guy's still typing at the edge, as the monsters coming for him. That kind of stuff is what I'm bringing up. It's just they're overused. They're not even done creatively or well in this story at all. I'm sorry, guy, but your story or girl, because much like you with Nana number, I don't know what gender you are. It's just not good. Not
No, and I'm not sorry about thinking that, because thinking that shows that I have a cognitive function above that of a pet rock.
Fair enough. And Mike.
Yeah, just it didn't flow well. Like, it was describing the videos, then describing what he knew, and then emails back and forth, followed by being scared of something coming after him.
Yeah. Like, reading it, I honestly was, like, skimming through it, just like, but then, like, I'd have to go back and say, no, I should probably actually read this in full. But I caught myself several times just skimming through it, because first off, I've watched the videos ahead of time, beforehand, and knew what we were getting into, and it's just like, all right, but yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. It goes back to my unimaginative thing. Like, you know, if maybe something had have been not even necessarily unique, just fucking thought up,
yeah,
as opposed to copied or avoiding description or what have you, maybe there could have been something to recommend.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's poorly written. It is written by someone with a complete and utter lack of imagination.
and really at that point, why are you writing a story?
Exactly.
And aside to get like some extra popularity online, even if it's negative, as this guy like a lot of his the comments just confounded me. That was this week's episode of Al Dente Rigor Mortis. So if you like what you heard or you didn't, leave us a comment in the comment section below. Please let it not be like the comment section in this pasta. You can also send us messages on Twitter at Dr. Leviathan or Review Cultist. You can also leave us a review on iTunes. That would be awesome of you. And send us an email at aldenterigamortis@gmail.com. That's aldenterigamortis@gmail.com. Or you can also send us suggestions for other creepypastas you'd like us to discuss on the show. And we also, if you would like to donate to us to help keep the show running and keep going, we have a donate button on the Tumblr site at crazonstudios.tumblr.com. So, until next time, I have been your host, Review Cultist.
I'm still Dr. Leviathan.
And I'm Mikey. The E stands for evil.
And this has been Al Dente Rigor Mortis. Sleep well.
Although everything is moved over a little bit. Mm-hmm. But that's because... there's nowhere. There's literally nowhere closer.
Yeah, I'll just hold on to it like coffee, I guess.
I honestly recommend the floor.
Okay.
That's what I did here before we had this one. I mean, you're good. You got tables and shit.
Yeah.
Just don't forget where...
Alright, so I don't have a whole lot... I have no notes except for the name of the guy's, like, YouTube channel. Nana, because I had to write that down, because... numbers.
Okay, here's a question.
Yes.
Did everyone watch the videos that are apparently there?
Yep.
Yep.
Did you? I figured as not. I had to look.
I had to read a detailed, very detailed description of them. I'm not going to watch them right after.
Yeah, actually, it's honestly like this one. Spoilers for anybody who's listening. To the end credit. I'd recommend just watching the videos. Like they're more entertaining this story.
Yep.
Entertaining this story.
Yep.
Entertaining this story.
Yep.
Entertaining this story.
Yep.
Entertaining this story.
Yep.